What's up, everybody? What's going on? How y'all doing? It is Saturday night, and there was a storm. There was a major storm of brewing in Baltimore, Maryland, not too long ago. But the bad boys got them. No, they got the bad boys. Let me put. I call. You know what I call the FBI? I call them the bad boys. What you gonna do when they come for you? The bad boys. Miss Lorraine said, "Hey, Phil, I'm ready. I found my glasses. Let's go." Okay, girl, you got your glasses. I got mine too, honey. You ain't gonna leave me out. I got mine too. Hello, everybody. Boss Man News is in the. I'm ready, PP and chat. Blessings. Well, thank you for coming over here on a Saturday night. I know it's the weekend. Let me say this right now. If you're not watching me live and you're catching the replay, thank you so much. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and if you can, share it out. Okay, honey, you can catch the replay. It's just as good. Okay, I need all 30,000+ of y'all to catch the replay. All right. Hey, Letha from the Lou. Come on, St. Louis, still rocking with your girl, PP. You know me. It's your girl, PP. Thank you, Letha. Kizzy is in the building. Welcome to Eat with Philly Field Talk Show and more. Like, comment, subscribe, share the channel out. Thank you, Kizzy. One of the hottest moderators in the YouTube streets, and I keep them with me, okay? All right, Kizzy speaking. So y'all was just speaking. So we're going to pick up. Oh, Josh, what's up, Josh? How you doing? All the way up there from New York. Big city and dreams. What's up, New York? Miss Annie, how you doing, Miss Annie? Thank you for stopping by on this Saturday night. I know y'all have things to do. It's the Valentine's Day weekend. Child, me and Tommy, we've been Valentine's for so many years. We just say it is what it is, huh? It is what it is. So I didn't tell him, but if y'all tell him I don't want no freaking flowers and roses, he can just give me some money so I can go to the casino. I know that's not the way to do it, is it? Good evening, everyone. Well, I said it and I mean it. Oh boy. So I baked, y'all. I went ahead and cut it up. I baked some leg quarters. I mean, I got them because those are cheap. I cleaned them really good and all that excess stuff off. And honey, I seasoned them up and I put some Saison on them and I baked them in the oven and they're nice and pretty. I'm gonna take a picture of them. Then I cooked some rice, and you know what? I may be country when I say this here, but I like pork and beans. You gonna eat your pork and beans, but I season them up real good. Rico love pork and beans and wieners, so I cooked that. I know, I'm just a little country Southern girl, but I'm a queen. Okay, make sure y'all look at my latest video that I dropped, that I created over on TikTok. If you haven't subscribed to my TikTok channel, honey, go subscribe to my TikTok. 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 Tick. I can be whoever I want to be on TikTok. I can insert myself in everybody's stuff over on TikTok. Have folks thinking it's you talking and it ain't you. It's them people. Hey, Kizzy. All right, let me quit acting silly. Queen Gertrude, girl, welcome in, Queen. You a queen too, girl. We some queens. Relax, release. Okay. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna watch that video. You had all them women, honey, the Michelle Obama, all of them say, don't worry about none of that mess. Okay. And get your rest. Loretta Devine, I think it's a whole lot of them. The girl that played, I cannot even think of her name, but she played on that show where she was like a hit woman or something. Yes, thumbs up the live. Hey, Kizzy, Joshua Queen. Yes, speaking. Everybody's speaking. LaDame Sweeta, how you doing? Well, welcome. LaDame. Glasses on deck. I know that's right. As always, I hit the like button on my way in. Yes, please. That's just like, wiping your feet. Some people make people take their shoes off when they go in their house. I don't do that. My daughter and her husband, his parents, she learned that from them. I mean, they shoes all out of door because they don't wear shoes. You have to take your shoes off. I ain't got time for all that, child. That's just me. People run their house the way they want to, child. Okay. So when I go to my daughter's house in Florida, I have to take my shoes off and put on a skirt. What's up, all my precious moderators? I know. What's the TikTok link? I don't know. It's what you I'm EWPPG over there. Girl, you go over there, you'll find me, honey. Just look for me. Just look for me. Okay. All right, we're going to Southern Belle. We're going to go ahead and get started where we left off at from the other night in our reading of this plot. I want y'all to see all of it. So let me see. Maybe I'll do it like that so y'all can see a little bit of me too. So we stopped right here. This is where we stopped at now. We have a storm behind us because it was going to be a huge storm in Baltimore, Maryland, honey, had the FBI not caught this man and this woman. Make sure you all go watch part 1 if you're just now catching up on this. And we're only going to be here an hour. So this is page 4 of 19. We probably won't finish it tonight because I got some things I want to do. So it probably will be a part 3. I went out and bought me a car today. Wait a minute. Let me come back over here. Who done bought them a car? What kind of car did you get? Congratulations. I am glad you got you a new car, honey. Hey, Kenya, how you doing? Thank you for stopping back. And congratulations, Miss Annie, on getting you a new car. Okay. All right. Let's get started. We about at the 10-minute mark here. Oh, I need to take that down. Congratulations. That's right. Hello, Miss Alice made it. Okay. Welcome in. All right. So if you haven't watched part 1, this lady, I believe she's from Baltimore, Maryland, and the gentleman was from Florida. They were plotting. You love pork and beans? Thank you. They were plotting to take out power grids in Baltimore, Maryland, and just put the people in the dark. Yeah. But the FBI, honey, they got to win. The FBI always seem to, they just spy on everybody and all of us because it's a lot. It's like they don't catch everything, but for the most part, there's like the plot was averted just in time. They know everything, don't they? Okay. Plot to attack electrical substations in Maryland. According to reporting from an FBI confidential human source, which is a CHS1, confidential human source. That's the acronym, okay? Since at least June of 2022, the user Homunculus, an encrypted communication application. See, these people, I don't even know how to get to know encrypted stuff. They just have too much time on their hand. To me, it says, has encouraged CHS to carry out attacks against critical infrastructure in furtherance of his RMVE ideology. Homunculus has specifically encouraged the CHS, the confidential human source, to attack electrical substations and has provided guidance on how to cause maximum damage. Now, they want to cause maximum damage to a city. And mind you, they're living in the city. It's going to harm. And what if they have family members there? It says, for example, Homunculus made statements in direct messages to the CHS1 throughout much of 2022 regarding conducting critical infrastructure attacks, including statements about sniper attacks. Sniper, that makes me think about the DC sniper. Remember that black man and his stepson riding around just shooting up folks, had everybody looking up in the sky scared to get gas? I know I was scared. I say, heck, he might pop up here and you just never knew. It says, including statements about sniper attacks against substations and how conducting a small number of attacks on electrical substations could cause a cascading failure. On September the 9th of 2022, Homunculus encouraged the CHS to read a white supremacist publication that provided instructions on how to attack critical infrastructure and encouraged CHS1 to use Mylar balloons to short out a power transformer. Too much time on their hands, honey. and then they get on this internet and they get to watching these hate group people and they get brainwashed. Some people, the brain's just not strong. You know, you sit up and you listen to an evil person talk 24/7, you become brainwashed. You lose your mind. And next thing you know, you're trying to take out power grids. On October the 14th, 2022, I'll never forget the DC sniper. Oh, child, that was a mess. And it turned out to be who it was. It was just a mess. And caught them sleeping at the rest stop. After all that, they went without a hitch, just sleeping at the rest stop. I remember like it was yesterday. A used 2021 Chevrolet Trailblazer. Okay, congrats, honey. That's still good. On October 14, 2022, during a conversation about the use of Mylar balloons, Homunculus told CHS that putting holes in transformers, though, is the greatest thing that somebody can do. On October 25th, after CHS had provided photographs of an electrical substation, Homunculus stated that transformers are custom made and could take almost a year to replace if there isn't any stocked replacement, which they likely don't have. So they knew that if they were successful, it would take at least a year to replace the transformer meaning no power grid, for a year. Homunculus also sent a link to Wikipedia page for cascading failure and asked CH1 how cold it gets in CH1's area. Homunculus stated that CH1 should carry out an attack when there is greatest strain on the grid, like when everyone is using electricity to either heat or cool their homes. Sick. On November the 5th of 2022, Homunculus asked CHS if it was snowing in CHS1's area. Yet and added, I think you should wait until like a week after it starts snowing for that other thing we talked about. CHS reported that the other thing was a reference to an attack on an electrical substation. Homunculus also stated that the goal is for when most people are using max electricity, and that follow-on attacks could lead to cascading failure, costing billions of billions. CH1 replied with an emoji of a shocked rubber duck. On December the 3rd, Homunculus told CHS, someone else I know in Maryland is going to be doing the same thing as you, and that this would greatly amplify its effects. During the same conversation, Homunculus confirmed he was referring to the thing sent pictures about, to the thing that CHS1 sent pictures about. All these codes, child. A reference to the photographs of an electrical substation provided by CHS1 in late October. On January 12th, CHS discussed the planned substation attack and told Homunculus that CHS1 wanted to maximize impact and would love to coordinate to get multiple substations at the same time. CHS1 also alluded to the concept of cascading failure that Homunculus had explained to CHS during previous conversations. CHS, DHS, these acronyms has got me over here. Homunculus asked CHS to collaborate with a Maryland-based woman to carry out the attacks. Homunculus confirmed that the woman was 100% serious and could be trusted. Homunculus described the woman as a felon who had their weapons stolen and was struggling to obtain a new weapon. Homunculus asked CH1 to assist. You crazy helpful. According to reporting from CHS, later on January the 12th, these weird names, number one user, Nathra88, Nathra, introduced herself to CHS, confirmed she was the individual Homunculus was referring to in the previous conversation, and stated that she lived near Baltimore. As described further below, FBI investigators have identified Nathra as Sarah Beth Clendaniel. So Sarah Beth, Sarah Beth, Sarah Beth. You're in for a rude awakening, girl. During the conversation, which continued through January the 14th, 2023, Nather, aka Sarah Beth, informed CHS1 that she had a terminal illness related to her kidneys and was unlikely to live more than a few months. Confirmed she is a felon and stated she had previously been unsuccessfully and stated she had previously but unsuccessfully attempted to obtain a rifle. Whoo, child, they need to tighten up these gun laws. Neither requested that CHS1 purchase a rifle for her and that she wanted to accomplish something worthwhile before her death and wanted the rifle within the next couple of weeks to accomplish as much as possible before June at the latest. Neither provided CHS1 with the encrypted communication application, which I wouldn't know. You got to just be evil and anyway, with the encrypted communication application account at Kaylee 1889 and suggested further communication occur there via voice or in person. On or about January the 18th, 2023, CHS engaged in a recorded voice discussion using ECA number 2 with at Kaylee 1889. During that conversation, Kaylee told CHS that she had already identified a few potential locations to target in her attack, including one just across the Delaware state line with Maryland, in a location that is literally like a life artery. I mean, they're saying it was like the artery to the city and would definitely cut out a lot of shit. Kaylee confided that she had just obtained her driver's license today and was not that comfortable driving yet. Ain't that some shiggity? So CHS stated that CHS would have to be the driver and Kaylee would have to be the shooter in the attack. Kaylee confirmed that she was determined to do this and stated she would have done something earlier on her own if she had not lost her rifle a few months ago. Child, y'all see these people? They losing their mind over here. Okay, let me finish reading. We only gonna read an hour, if an hour. Kaylee told CHS that she had an Ecotech with a 4 times magnifier, which CHS1 assessed to be a rifle optic. See, I don't know what any of this is. Kaylee told CHS that she had previously tried to obtain a rifle, a Smith & Wesson M&P 10 spot, but that had fallen through. I'm glad it did. Kaylee told CHS that if CHS provided her a rifle, CHS should report the rifle as stolen and she would then file out the serial number. Look at these criminals. Who does this? Kaylee emphasized that her time frame for the attack was no longer than a month. Whew. The above call on ECA number 2 experienced technical difficulties, so the recorded voice conversation continued shortly thereafter on ECA number 1. During the ECA number 1 voice call, CHS and Neither continued to discuss the specifics of the desired rifle and agreed that Neither would send CHS1 a wish list, not a wish list, to take out the electrical grids. Y'all remember in Die Hard, the original one, Die Hard, Bruce Willis? Remember in Die Hard, one of the things that the shooters, the criminals wanted them to do, they wanted that power grid to be shut down. And the FBI was the ones who could do it. And once they shut that power grid down, the doors open to the vault. If you watch, I mean, I love that show, Die Hard, number 1. The vault opened, the doors open to the vault, and that's where all the money was, but they needed that power grid to be shut. And the people was like, wait a minute, it's the middle of Christmas. You don't want to put all these people in the dark. No. But anyway, this is what they were trying to do: shut off grids to put everyone in the dark. Okay, I'm just trying to give you a visual. Okay. The above call on ECA number 2 experienced technical difficulties, so the recorded voice conversation continued shortly thereafter on ECA number 1. During the ECA number 1 voice call, CHS and Nitro continued to discuss the specifics of the desired rifle and agreed that Nitro would send CH1 a wish list. Nitro acknowledged that whatever type of firearm she possessed would be illegal. You think? You don't say. Nitro also stated that she would really want a silencer for my Glock 9. Whew. FBI investigators believe that Nitro's reference to a Glock 9 was regarding a Glock 19, which is a handgun that uses 9mm ammunition. I have no idea. On or about January 19, 2023, Kaylee sent CHS1 a wish list of items for her desired rifle that were available for online purchase at www.palmet. Oh, what is that? Armory? Look at that. You can just order this stuff online, including an upper, a lower, and magazines. And now magazines is some type of, I didn't know what they meant when they would be saying magazines. I would always think of a freaking magazine, but magazines refers to weapons, honey. Palmetto State Armory. On or about January the 19th, 2023, hey, Queen Black and everybody in here, CHS1 engaged in a recorded voice discussion with ECA number 1 user Homunculus, during which they spoke about CHS's conversation the prior day with Nitro. Specifically, they discussed Nitro's ability to participate in the attack due to her health problem and possibilities regarding acquiring or manufacturing a rifle for her. Homunculus advised CHS that he did not think CHS and Nitro needed to be together at the same location during the attack. When CHS asked whether they would need to attack substations near one another, whether they would need to attack substations near one other in order to achieve cascading failure, Homunculus said it depends. Homunculus said he would look at the map and get back to CHS1 about target facilities in a couple of days. Confidential human source is what CHS means, okay? On January the 21st, CHS exchanged encrypted messages separately with Kaylee, the ECA number 2, okay, and Homunculus on ECA number 1, in which they discussed in more detail the rifle and the specific accessories Kaylee desired, her wish list. Kind of like my Amazon wish list. The conversation with Kaylee extended into January the 22nd, 2023. That's not that long ago, y'all. That's just right around the, come on. I mean, this just happened, people. At which time Kaylee stated that she already had a bunch of 308 ammunition and several magazines for a rifle. Kaylee later clarified that she had a few hundred rounds of ammunition. Damn. Kaylee also asked CHS1 to provide her a decent inner pants holster for her 9mm to replace her other holster, which is a drop leg holster and therefore difficult to conceal. Cha. On or about January the 24th, 2023. Now, today's date is February the, what's today's date? February the 11th. Now, this was on the 24th of January. CHS1 engaged in a recorded voice discussion on ECA number 1 with Nitro that lasted almost 2 hours. During the call, they discussed, among other things, the following. Let's see what these crazy people talked about, y'all. Ain't this something, y'all? Hey, Brenda. Hey, Queen. How you doing, Brenda? Hey, okay, everybody. Yes, in this way, yeah, they got them. They got them just in time, honey. I was just thinking that just happened. Lord have mercy. Okay. Neither previously had a semi-automatic rifle. However, in approximately October 2022, it was taken by an unnamed individual during an argument with Neither. Her son and her nephew were caught trespassing on the individual's property. Hello, Books. How you doing? So, Neither has threaded and non-threaded barrels for her Glock, which is functional after she purchased a new slide for it. Neither physically has the Glock with her. It is not kept at her mother's residence. Neither further explained, I keep it on me just just in case, just in case shit happens. Neither says she will send a picture of it to CHS1 in the next day or two. Neither discussed the ammunition she has, including a 308 full metal jacket rounds, hollow point 9mm rounds, and approximately 150 to 200 rounds of Browning and Winchester. Child, your guess is as good as mine. Okay, y'all. Neither has a TriStar semi-automatic shotgun with a 10-round magazine that she could use instead of the desired rifle in the worst case scenario. So she had a backup weapon, okay? Neither commented that her brother has or had some incendiary rounds with a green tip. Although expensive, Neither suggested getting that is, I think, especially for what we're talking about doing, just to make sure it's a solid thing and not just like the oil leaking out, but like it's fully damaged. She wanted to, this woman crazy. Neither stated that she and CHS1 needed to use brass catchers, and she had thought about going to the firearms range to collect shells of different calibers, including a 5.56 that could spread there, to send them on a wild goose chase. Yeah, the FBI got you, didn't they? Ignorant heifer. FBI investigators believe that Neither was suggesting they attach devices called brass catchers to their rifles to collect spent shell casings during their planned attack. They will instead leave shell casings of different calibers at their attack locations so that investigators who responded to the crime scenes could not tie the casings to the actual rifles used by Nitro and CHS. They was too smart. They were so smart they outsmarted themselves. Neither was hesitant to discuss targets of the attack with Raccoon, another alias for Homunculus. So Homunculus, one of their Raccoon, ain't that some shiggity? Because he has a lot to lose. She added, he's not like your average regular one of us that's not known and that's like a faceless unknown person. I try not to involve him wherever possible. Neither and CHS discussed physically scoping out some potential attack sites during the first week of February. Oh my goodness. So Raccoon is probably an upscale person, your next door neighbor, honey. But little did we know he was wanting to take out the power grids. You never know what your neighbor doing. Woo. Neither and CHS further discussed Neither's desired rifle for the attack. On or about January the 26th, CHS and Homunculus exchanged direct messages on ECA, during which CHS advised she had tentatively decided to buy a pre-made rifle for Nitra Kaylee instead of a 3D printing one. And Homunculus replied, okay, sounds good. Everything else is fine too. With the smiley face, looks like. When CHS asked if Homunculus was referring to the location, Homunculus simply replied, yeah, don't worry. CHS 1 stated, perfect. That's the part that I haven't really done anything on. To which Homunculus again added, yeah, don't worry. Based on the context and previous messages, CHS-1 knows that Homunculus understood that location meant the specific substation that would be targeted. On or about January the 29th, y'all, they were still going January the 29th. CHS received a message from ECA. They thought they was going to do the dang on thing, okay? And you know they had them glasses where they could see in the dark. Ooh, wait. On or about January 29th, CHS received a message from ECA number 2 from Kaylee, in which Kaylee stated, "It will really be ideal for us both to have 30-round mags, aka magazines, especially for what we're doing." She asked CHS to please get us each like 4 of them. For what I'm hoping to do, we would need them. If we can pull off what I'm hoping, this would be legendary. This is major tier and definitely doable. Ooh-wee. Do you know there's people still out there right now that think like this and that are plotting something? There's people right now plotting something, people. On or about January the 29th, 2023, Kaylee sent CHS via the ECA number 2 a link to the publicly available webpage Open Infrastructure Map and instructed CHS to look at Baltimore and see if you can figure out what I want to do. She also stated she wanted to try and do 5 in one day. CHS reported that she understands that to mean Nitro seeks to attack 5 electrical substations on the same day. On or about January the 29th, Nitro told CHS during a recorded voice conversation on ECA that the 5 substations she planned to target included Norrisville, Rearstown, and Perry Hall. Nitro described how there was a ring around Baltimore, and if they hit a number of them all in the same day, they would completely destroy this whole city. Nitro added that they needed to destroy those cores, not just leak the oil, and that a good 4 or 5 shots through the center of them should make that happen. She added, "It will probably permanently, completely lay this city to waste if we could do that successfully." CHS asked if it would accomplish a cascading failure, and Nitro replied, "Yes, probably, and that the attack targets are all major ones." Nitro added that the most difficult target that they would have to do together has 5 walls on 3 sides. Nitro also sent CHS 5 links to the Open Infrastructure Map, which is the same website previously disseminated by Homunculus when discussing infrastructure attacks discussed above, showing the locations of 5 specific electrical substations in Maryland. 3 of the 5 substations appear to be located near the towns of Norrisville, Rearstown, and Perry Hall. The remaining 2 substations are in the vicinity of Baltimore City, Maryland. CHS-1 reported that he or she understands these 5 links to show the targets of Nitro's planned attack. The FBI reviewed the links provided by Nitro, located the substations areas on Google Maps, and physically visited and photographed each site. That's what the FBI did. Each location is a BGE substation with significant infrastructure. Based on my training experience and via open source research, I know that BGE is an energy company that utilizes substations like the 5 targeted sites to produce, convert, transform, regulate, and distribute energy. Drinking moonshine, smoking hash. Oh my goodness. Screwing family members. Good job. On or about January the 31st, CHS and Homunculus communicated via encrypted chat. some more encrypted stuff. CH1 told Homunculus that he or she had read about a few attempts recently that didn't have much effect, so I wanted to make sure it's done right. Homunculus replied, yeah, it has been studied. So don't fret. CH1 asked that these specific, CHS1 asked about these specific 5, to which Homunculus replied, look at the map, dude. CHS responded, so that's part 1. So that's the part I don't get. What's the one all the way up by Pennsylvania? They were trying to go to Pennsylvania. Does that have something to do with the cascading? Homunculus replied, watch this video. Watch this video and provided a YouTube link to a video captioned Grid versus Gunfire that discussed what really happened with the substation attack in North Carolina. After watching the video, CHS1 commented that he or she is looking at the map, and I think I get it. But I only see 4 lines, not fully getting the 5th. Is this the one up north to stop rerouting? You know the one I'm talking about. Homunculus replied, I think that's supposed to be yes. It's a hard one, though. Look at it from Google Maps. After indicating that he or she had pulled the location up on the map, CHS replied, it looks like it's in a pretty rural area. Good road access, wooded areas. I would like it to be closer to a major highway, but that has its ups and downs. Homunculus replied, yeah. Hard put is they have 3-sided firewalls. Look at them. CHS1 replied, oh shit. Yeah, that is that one. Our friend mentioned that one. Did, but she didn't say which one. Based on my training and experience, as well as my knowledge of the facts in this investigation, I understand the above chat between CHS1 and Homunculus to be a discussion of the 5 substations that Nithra had previously identified as targets for her attack with CHS1, confidential human source. One of the 5 substations identified by Nithra is in a rural area of Maryland near the Pennsylvania border. In addition, Nithra described a substation as being surrounded by firewalls on 3 sides, which is the same language Homunculus used to describe the facility near Pennsylvania on January 31st. January 31st. As a result, I submit that there is probable cause to believe that Nithra and Homunculus discussed potential target locations and jointly selected the 5 attack targets that Nithra shared with CHS1. The FBI received records from Google on January the 30th and January the 31st, 2023, pursuant to a search warrant targeting accounts used by Clendaniel. A preliminary, and they have that little one there, a preliminary review of a portion of these records revealed additional evidence of Clendaniel's criminal activities and her identity as Kaylee 1889. So Clendaniel is Kaylee, and she's also Nithra 88. And it says that one down here says the search warrant was issued by the United States Magistrate Judge for the District of Maryland, David Copperhite, on January 27th. For instance, the records included several photographs of ammunition and ETOC firearms citing accessory and a woman physically resembling Clendaniel in possession of or with easy access to firearms or firearm accessories, including one shown below with what happens to be a minor. I don't want them to let me see what this is. To be a minor appears to be a minor holding a firearm. One photograph depicted a woman believed to be Clendaniel wearing tactical gear containing a swastika holding a rifle with a pistol and a drop holster on her left leg. Child, now I can't show this. Ooh, she looked like she ready to go to god doggone World War II, y'all. That's what she looked like. She looked like she ready to go to World War II. Then they say, I have compared the photographs to Clendaniel's Maryland's Department of Motor Vehicles photograph and believe them to be photographs of the same person. This woman, these people. Let me make sure. Let me see. Hold on. I got to see what type of picture this is, honey, because these people are weird. These are some weird people. I can't show y'all. Maybe I can put it on the community tab. Or I can show you this one. I can show you this one right here. So, oh no, that's got a doggone weapon. Good Lord. Woo. Yeah, they just showing the. This not. I don't know what this is. This don't look like a gun, so I'm gonna show this one. The Google records also contain screenshots of a document that states that it is not a manifesto. However, the FBI assesses that it contains many aspects that would be included in a manifesto. The document starts, if this is being posted online, I can only hope that some of my plans were at least partially successful. Sounds like a manifesto to me. The document references Kaczynski, Breivik, Hitler, and others while stating that I would sacrifice everything for my people to just have a chance for our cause to succeed. The document later states, unfortunately, I have very little experience with firearms, but once I get my license, I hope to get at least a couple of hours of practice in. What a shame I don't have a rifle yet. This storm would be the perfect time to hit some substations and knock out power. You hear that? Say this storm. Didn't I tell y'all a storm was a brewing? So then it goes on to say, Clendaniel is Nitro 88 on ECA 1 and at Kaylee 1889 on ECA number 2. Okay? The FBI has been aware of Clendaniel's relationship with the user of homunculus identified as Russell, explained below in paragraphs 33 through 36, since at least 2018, when they were corresponding with each other while they were both incarcerated in separate facilities. Well, how did they get to find each other? In or about November 22, if not earlier, the FBI had tentatively identified the user of the online monikers. The FBI, child, people be on these, they watching what we're doing right now. The online monikers, Kaylee and Nitro 88. You don't have to report nothing. They already see what we're doing. Kaylee and Nitro 88 as Clendaniel. This identification is further corroborated by the above described voice conversations as more fully explained below. Specifically, Nitro, aka Kaylee, disclosed certain details about her life to CHS during the voice conversations on January the 18th that correspond with Clendaniel. For instance, she stated that her mother lives in Northeast Maryland, but that she lives in Baltimore with a roommate. So she was just going to put her people in the dark too. Second, Nitro stated that she had just obtained her driver's license today. Finally, Nitro, or Kaylee, disclosed that her prior felony conviction was for armed robbery of a convenience store with a machete, which she had committed while under the influence. And then let's read these footnotes. The FBI understands these to be references to Ted Kaczynski, aka the Unabomber, who was arrested in '96 for a series of mail bombings in the United States, to Anders Breivik, who was convicted in 2012 in the Netherlands for committing terrorist attacks, and to Adolf Hitler. Based on the fact that Clendaniel only recently obtained a driver's license, I believe that reference, I believe that the reference to license is a reference to her driver's license. I believe so too, sir. So let's go back. It says Adolf Hitler believed that the reference in drugs. A review of Maryland's Motor Vehicle Administration records revealed that Clint Daniels, Maryland's driver's license was issued on January the 18th, 2023, and her address was listed as an address known to the FBI in Northeast Maryland. Look, they already knew where her mother currently resides. Hereinafter subject address. A review of Clint Daniels' criminal history reflects a 2006 arrest for numerous offenses, including armed robbery, that resulted in a felony robbery conviction. Clint Daniel was sentenced for this incident in approximately December of 2006 to 5 years of imprisonment with 2 years suspended. They shouldn't have suspended nothing. No, she crazy. The FBI reviewed a police report from this May 2006 incident, and the report indicated that Clint Daniel had been arrested for her involvement in a robbery at a convenience store during which she wielded a large butcher knife. At the time of her arrest, officers observed track marks, cuts, and infections on both arms. Good Lord. Review of open source databases revealed that a woman believed to be Clint Daniels' mother, 72 years old, currently resides at subject address 1 in Northeast Maryland in Cecil County. Police reports previously reviewed by the FBI revealed that on September the 13th, I bet our mama didn't know she raised this boy, I tell you. The resident at a different address known to the FBI in Catonsville, Maryland, hereinafter subject address number 2, had reported that Clint Daniel, who was his girlfriend, had temporarily gone missing, and he provided a telephone number for Clint Daniel that ended in 0728. Catonsville, Maryland in Baltimore County. Catonsville, Maryland is in Baltimore County and is physically located close to the city of Baltimore. The FBI reviewed information on or about January the 20th from the state of Maryland regarding Clint Daniels' probation status. This information reflected that Clint Daniels' most recent contact with her probation officer was January the 13th, during which Clint Daniel advised she was still dealing with kidney disease. Boy, she saw him early as January. Little did they know she was plotting all of this here. Her listed phone numbers were a phone number ending in 6453 and the same phone number ended in 0728, referenced above. Her address was listed as subject address 2, where she lives with her friend. Based on all the above, I submit that there is probable cause to believe Clint Daniel is Kaylee and Nitro. Russell is homunculus on ECA 1 and uses the online moniker Raccoon. An FBI employee who listened to Russell's recorded phone calls while he was incarcerated has also listened to the recorded voice conversations between CHS and homunculus. The FBI employee believes that homunculus and Russell are the same person based on the voice comparison. Woo. In addition, among the records obtained from Google pursuant to the search warrant are photographs of a cell phone screen displaying text messages between Raccoon and Urkala. In the messages, Raccoon refers to Urkala on multiple occasions as Kaylee. And on one occasion, Urkala refers to Raccoon as Brandon. In that same conversation, the two discuss having kids together and mention warfare and illegal things. Oh my goodness. Raccoon stated that going to prison was worth it because I might not have met you otherwise. Hold on, let me read that again. Raccoon stated that going to prison was worth it because I might not have met you otherwise. In a message on ECA number 1 dated July 2nd, 2022, homunculus stated that yesterday, July the 1st, was Brandon Russell's birthday. Criminal history records for Russell indicate that Russell's birthday is July 1st. Based on the FBI's review of these messages, it appears that homunculus was stating in the ECA number 1 messages that he was in fact Russell. As previously discussed at paragraph 28, the FBI has been aware of Clendaniel's association with Russell since 2018. Boy, the FBI don't play. And knows their relationship has persisted beyond their time in prison. For example, records obtained from Amazon, Clendaniel's Amazon account was used to purchase items that were shipped or scheduled to be shipped to Russell at his known residential address with Russell in Orlando, Florida. One such purchase was in May of 2022, and another was in August of 2022. The purchase for and shipment to Russell in May was for a 34-piece professional pocket picking hand tool set that is for half storage. That is for half storage, fence, gate, gym locker, sports locker. A professional pocket picking hand tool? What the hell? It is also worth noting that Clendaniel purchased the same exact item for herself on the same day, but the order quantity was listed as 0, and the record suggested that the product was never shipped. I guess Amazon said, wait a minute, why are they even selling that on Amazon? In conclusion, based on the above information, so we did finish this. Based on the above information, I believe probable cause exists to support the issuance of a criminal complaint charging Sarah Beth Clendaniel and Brandon. It says Bureau of Prisons reflect that the location as Russell's address at the time of release from prison. In addition, FBI personnel conducting physical surveillance have observed Russell coming and going from that address as recently as December. So they've been watching them. So it says criminal complaint charging Sarah Beth Clendaniel and Brandon Clint Russell with conspiracy to damage an energy facility in violation of 18 U.S. Code 1336, destruction of energy facility. Affidavit submitted by email and attested to me as true and accurate by telephone, consistent with the Honorable Matthew J. Maddox, United States Magistrate Judge. Well, honey, we finished that up. Thank goodness they caught them just in time, guys. This was, they were still working on this stuff as early February, okay? Oh, Sarah Beth and Brandon Clint. Sarah Beth and Brandon Clint. All right, y'all. And we had 5 minutes to spare. Okay, I'm tired. I'm going to get off of here. Eat me a little bit, and then I got some things to do. But I hope you guys have the rest of the good Saturday night. And I know you all are probably, maybe most of you are going to watch the Super Bowl, cook something good. I'm going to make this TikTok dish where you take cream cheese and you spread it. And then they use a can of chili. But I'm gonna spice the chili up. I'm gonna put some Sazon in it, and I'm gonna season up. Then I'm gonna pour that on top of that, and then you put cheese on it, and then you bake it, and then you get your chips and scoop it. So I'll record it and show you guys how it comes out. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I know this may not be for everybody, but we're gonna start doing different things, honey, and it will come. Okay. If you build it, they will come. We did it before. We can do it again. All right. Thank y'all. See y'all later. Good night. I might be back. You just never know. No, I'm going somewhere. I think I'm going to go do some karaoke. See y'all.